Let me welcome Loren Lahav. Get on your feet. Get on your feet. Hey guys, how's it going? Where's that picture from? How's everybody doing? Whoa. Well, how many of you are ready to go create that? Let me tell you what's happened since then. That was 2.5 years ago. Now we have 2 new 300 clubs on our team. We have 25 more NMDs on the team. We have 2 new 200 clubs, 2 new 100 clubs, and we have just an amazing community. How many of you are committed to creating that amazing community? How many of you have learned a lot today and yesterday? How many of you have learned a lot? I've got a very short amount of time with you, so I want to share a couple things. Can we turn the lights up so I can actually see some people? Ah, nice, hello. Here's the thing I want to share with you. I went to an event, that was 17 years ago. He said, just so you know, now it's 26 years. So that was when I was 2. I actually turned 51 next month. And how many of you are under the age of 25 in the room? Raise your hand if you're under the age of 25. This is very important, this next part that I want to share with you and for everyone that's here. This journal right here is from 1990. And in 1990, someone shared a water filter with me. They came to my house and they shared a water filter. And then they said, come, there's this big party in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm like, hey, I'm 24. Party in Memphis sounds good to me. I was living in California. And I took notes. How many of you have taken a lot of notes this weekend? I took tons of notes. I said, oh my gosh, goals with NSA, opportunity to do trainings, develop strong public speaking skills, opportunity to share results, to build a business around the world. Why do I want to work with this company? Because there's great people, the leadership's amazing. Oh my gosh, I could build in Europe, I could build in Australia, I could build in China. I wrote down China. And guess what I did? Nothing. So what I want to make sure of today is that you don't do what I did. And for 17 years say, you know what, oh, I can't do it. I don't have the resources. I don't have all of those things. The most important thing as well is you must remember where you came from. If you look out over this crowd right now, it looks like it's always been amazing, right? Like, man, like tons of people walking the stage. Never forget where you come from. There have been some amazing people who have laid an incredible foundation for you here. And I really want to acknowledge those people. You know, because 5 years ago, you guys, it was not like this. I think that James and Gordon, we were in a room in London with 20 people. 20 people, right? We were in Limerick for the Irish convention. And there were 75 people in the room, and we're sipping tea, right? And we're staying in a dorm. So all of those people that have really been the force behind this, you know, and then, you know, you've got this amazing people that really stepped up. I remember when John and Rob were at an event, I think it was 5 years ago, and they were sales coordinators. And they're like, so what is everybody doing? So what is this and that? And they listened, and they took notes, and they decided that they were going to create a movement, as is so many other people. So all of those people who have been around more than 6 years in the business, would you all please stand up so we can acknowledge you? Can you guys please have them stand up? Give these guys a big hand, please. Give them all a big hand. Come on, a big hand. So, let's talk about what this really is. This is about being your best, not my best, your best. So, I wore these shoes out here for you. But I'm going to take these shoes off because Susie, I'll leave them up there, just a little bit of inspiration for you. I'm wearing these boots for me. Come on, I'm wearing these boots for me. The biggest gift that you can give yourself in life, in this business, oh, is my mic off? Is that you can be you. Yeah. So how many of you are excited to really go out there and kick some ass? Who's really excited to go out there and kick some ass? So I got to make sure there's energy because you got to have fun. The most important gift in this business is having fun. Who would agree? So, everybody stand up. I'm going to put on a little music. We're going to have a little fun. Let's go ahead. Where is the little clicker? You didn't give me, oh, there's the clicker. Let's put on a little music, but hang on. Let's bring on this video right here. As we little intro our video. That's the video, I hope. Here we go. Are you ready to sing along? If you want to sing along, have some fun. Here we go.
At first I was afraid.
Come on.
I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
You know, you got
But
it.
then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I was strong. And I learned how to get along and throw your back.
Oh, yeah.
From outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face.
Come on.
Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me
Come
with
on, sing
goodbye?
it.
You think I crumble? You think I lay down and die? Oh, no, not I. I will survive.
Oh, did you see that? What was that about? How many of you, like, you were rocking, you were rolling, people are like joining your team, you're getting new customers. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Or they were coming to conference, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna have a big team, and they go, I'm not coming. Or they cancel their order. Who knows what I'm talking about? Or they go through a divorce. Or in my situation, my luggage never shows up, right? So what is it? What happens to you when the ball drops? What's the difference between somebody that's up here as a 100 club or whatever that it is? What's the difference? They stayed in line. What else did they do? What were some of the things that they did? They were consistent with what they did. The biggest, boy, we're going to talk about that. So what are some of those things that they did? You must get back up. You know when somebody comes up and they go, I'm not interested. You said, thank you very much, move the hell on out of the way. Someone else says, not very interested. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. Someone else says, not interested. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. Someone says, yes, you said, I got you, baby, let's go. And I have had the honor, I'm telling you, this to me is not a presentation, you guys. I want you to really get this. This is not a presentation what I'm doing right now. What this is, I'm telling you, you got to get back up. We have all, trust me. When I was working, you look and you hear whatever I've done, I got back up a lot more than a lot of other people. That's what I've done. You know, when 5 years ago, when they said, don't go to the UK is not doing this, I said, thank you very much, move the heck on out of the way. Don't go to Australia. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. Right? And I went out there and I followed what was pulling me. Right? You don't know. You never know. What if there's one person that you could save their life? One. Would it be worth it? It is. And when you start seeing more and more, you start hearing all these amazing, I had no money about 5 years ago. Who knows what I'm talking about? That I have more month at the end of the money. Let me tell you what's better is having more money at the end of the month. That is a lot better. Right? Because money is just a reflection of how many people that you've helped. That's what it really is. So what do you need to do? I've worked with the best of the best. Like she said, I work with Tony Robbins. I've shared the stage with Barbara Walters and Aaron Brockovich. And here's what the best of the best will tell you. You know the difference is that makes the difference? You're the difference that makes the difference. You're the difference that makes the difference. So what are you willing to do to really be your very best? What makes you unique? Turn to somebody real quick and tell them why you're the difference that makes a difference. Turn to them real quick. Come on, just turn to them, tell them why you're the difference that makes a difference. See this clicker. Okay, this clicker is not working. My clicker is not working out here. Let's play a game. Oh, this I was going to share with you. That was my journal. And here's why I said yes. Because Jeff Roberti, 16 years ago, he was not, they say that he was giving me the Chinese water torture for many years. But Jeff understood that long-term relationships equal long-term success. And I found this note after I had signed up with Juice Plus. I won't go into the story because I don't have time. But this was a note, and it says, congratulations on your baby boy. Wishing you and him the best life has to offer, Jeff Roberti. How many of you actually write notes to people? How many of you actually send birthday presents to people? How many of you do things? Let me tell you who to take care of. The people you want to keep in your life. That's who you take care of. You take care. So I said yes to Jeff. A lot of people came up and go, I told you about Juice Plus. Well, I told you about Juice Plus. And I saw how he was still in the game and that for him, this was an absolute must. So let me ask you a question. Is there unlimited potential that's here in this room? How many of you say there's unlimited potential in this room? All right. So another question. How many of you yesterday, when Dan and Sven were talking about the vision for Dubai, actually sat down and wrote your vision? Ooh. So I did. So let me read you my vision for Dubai, that as I sat there, I wrote. By 2020, at the Dubai conference, we will have over 5,000 people from YOLO International. I will hire a private jet and fly all 100 clubs and their partners to Dubai for conference. Our team has open houses around the world for those in need. I'm wearing a dress like Victoria wore at the 39 Club event, and she looked hot, and I will look like that. I have inspired millions around the world through our leadership. So here's what I'd like for you to do. It's time for you, and I didn't do that to impress you. I want you to see that vision. You must see that vision. You've got to paint that vision to show people what truly is possible. If you don't set a vision, how are they supposed to know if this is even really worth it? So everybody stand up if you would. Stand up. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to put all your books down and everything, and you're going to take your right finger, and your right finger, what you're going to do right now is you're going to turn as far as you can to the right without hitting your neighbor and getting in their ear. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay? All right, so let's try this again. Close your eyes this time. This is the first close your eyes. Close your eyes this time. Shh. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and think about 2020. What's happened for you by 2020? What's your family able to do by 2020? You can put your hands down for a second. Put your hands down because we're not going there yet. Just think for a second. By 2020, what's happened? What's happened? Who have you helped? Who are some of the people that are on your team? Who have you helped them find their independence, find their passion? Maybe it was just at the salon, getting your nails done. Where were you? Were you at the gym? Did you get curious? Who did you really connect with? See those people coming up to you in 2020, saying thank you. Thank you for painting the vision for me of what's possible. See yourself in Dubai. Maybe your upline has rented a plane. We're taking off together. See yourself. What are you able to do? Who have you really helped? How many of you saw it? Raise your hand if you saw it. How many of you saw it? Great. This time, put your hand out in front of you. See if you go further this time. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, that's some crazy stuff, huh? What's the difference? What's the difference? You painted that vision. You saw what was truly possible. But what do you have to do? What do you have to do? How many of you have 100% belief in this company? 100% belief in this mission. 100% belief in the products. 100% belief in this industry, right? How about in yourself? Right? So you must go out there and do those things to strengthen your beliefs. So you go, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to teach you some things of what to do with regards to that. So here's what I believe. You can grab a seat if you would. Turn to somebody and say, you are a rock star, baby. And so am I. As we say, it's 80% psychology. It's 80% psychology, what you think. Lots of people have what we call stinking thinking, right? You got to change your stinking thinking. So everybody's like, how do I do it? 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 It's not how you do it. That's 20%. 80% is your psychology. What you believe about yourself, what do you believe is possible? And the worst thing that you can do to yourself, the worst thing, you want to know the quickest way to failure? The quickest way to failure is to compare yourself to other people. The quickest way to failure is to compare yourself to everyone else. So everybody grab their pen, and grab your hand like this, left hand, and you're going to write these words right now. Stop. Every time that you, God bless you, every time that you catch yourself comparing yourself to someone else, what are you going to do? You're going to look at the hammer, you're going to go, stop. Who am I when I'm really at my best? At my best, what truly makes you unique in the marketplace? What makes you unique? Why should somebody be a part of your vision with you? What do you want to do? And here's the other thing. You hear lots of times people say, treat this like a business. I'm going to change that line. Treat this as the business that it is. It's not like a business. How many of you have actually owned your own company? Anybody? So very few people have actually owned their own company. How many of you have been a really great employee in the past for someone? Or have been a really great independent contractor? Like, I knew what that was. How many of you know what that is to be a great employee? How many of you would say you have a pretty great work ethic? Right? But to say to someone lots of times, treat it like a business when you don't know what a business looks like, right? Treat it like, if you don't go to work, you're going to get what? You're going to get that gun, right? You're going to get the you're fired. Treat it like that it is a business. Not like a business, it is a business. It isn't it, is it not? How many of you would agree that it is? So you must treat this as the business that it is if you really want to get those results in your life. Next thing that I'll share with you, the 3 things that I believe are most important, if you would, are not going good here, because I keep going back and up. Here's what I'll tell you. Beliefs that we talked about, and here's my favorite. Hunger. How many have ever been really hungry? And I'm not talking just like, emotional stuff. I'm talking hungry, like super hungry, like you want to eat a really great meal. Who knows what I'm talking about? Like you're hungry, and someone says to you, you've got to go to this restaurant. You're going to have the most amazing meal at this restaurant. I mean, you can't wait to get there. The setting is awesome. The waiters are handsome. It is just the best experience ever. You're going to love going to this restaurant. And you're excited. How many of you know exactly what I'm talking about? The food's amazing. The desserts are fabulous. And then, guess what happens? Someone comes up to you, and they offer you some crisps. And what do? You eat them. You have one. You're like, man, that was good. Because you're what? Hungry. And then what happens? You eat another one. And you eat another one. And you eat another one. And by the end of the bag of crisps, you're what? You're full. You're full, and you've forgotten about that beautiful meal that you got so excited about. And that's what happens sometimes to people in our business when they give up on their dreams. Someone says, you know what? It's just one of those things. It doesn't matter. It's not going to happen to you. You're not going to be able to create that. And so what do you start to do? You start to give up, and you start to say, you know what? This is okay. What I'm living right now, it's not that bad. How many of you know somebody that, not you, but somebody that might have done that in the past? You must stay hungry. And not hungry for you to have a new pair of shoes. Maybe. Shoes are nice too. You must stay hungry because you never know who you're going to help. The next thing, Once again, this is my thing. You got to stay true to you. You got to look at who am I when I'm being my very best. For me, how you start your day is the most important thing that you can do in your life. Every day I wake up and I say, today is going to be the best day of my life again. And I pray, and no matter what happens, I just say, thank you very much, move on out of the way. Thank you very much, move on out of the way. So what are the things that you do to really get yourself ready for the day? So mine are my I am statements. I'm loving, I'm honest, I'm caring, I'm full of faith, I'm God's girl, I'm Tomb Raider tight. You know, I'm a sexy salsa dancer, I'm grateful, I'm hilarious, I'm whatever, right? I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm loyal. So what are those things for you that are going to get you ready for that day? What are the things that you're doing? How many of you are, if you're going to be putting premium fuel in here with our amazing company, you better be putting premium fuel in where? You better be putting premium fuel in here. So if you wonder, you are the most important thing. You've got to make sure that you're giving yourself that premium fuel. We talk about your vibe, and where people look at you and they go, I want some of that. Whatever you got, I want some of that. I need you to give me that. The next thing, servant leadership. You've got to serve first. You know, one of the examples I always share is a friend of mine, her name's Louie Thaddy, and Louie was in a plane crash many years ago. And there were 12 people on the plane, and 3 of them could swim. And Louie was one of the ones that could swim. She said, Loren, there were people in the water, and they had their hands up. And she said, there were other people in the water, and they were drowning. She said, who do you think I helped? How many of you say the people with their hands up? How many of you say the drowning people? How many of you aren't going to answer whatever I say? She said, I said, well, I hope you'd help the people with their hands up. She said, you would have hoped so, Loren, but I helped the drowning person. What happens when you help a drowning person? They pull you down with them, right? And so you're down here, oh, you miserable person, I know you don't want to come, but just come with me, you'll love this. And you drag them along. And then there's someone with their hands up and they go, I'm ready. And you go, no, you're fine, you're strong, you can do it, you don't need me, I'm fine. So in the meantime, you end up losing those people. So you must help those who want to be helped because you get what you tolerate. And if you tolerate people treating you a certain way and you let them, and no one can take that away from you, you guys, your I ams, unless you give it to them. So stop giving it to them. Decide that now is your time to really be you, to really be your best. I don't know what it is for you, but you've always got to be learning. You've got to be learning. You've got to be growing. You've got to be challenging yourself. And the best example for me with that is the bamboo plant. Anything that knows about the bamboo plant, a bamboo plant, if you have a bamboo plant, it grows about, anybody know? About an inch every year. So first year, you're taking good care of it. You're singing the little mantras to that bamboo plant. You're like, grow, bamboo plant, kind of like your business a little bit. Grow, grow. And it grows about an inch. Second year, you're like, I'm talking to people. I'm doing meetings. I'm doing this and that. Come on, I'm doing Facebook. I'm doing all that stuff. And guess how much that bamboo plant grows that year? Come on, an inch. Third year, you're doing all the things, right? Now it's speeding up because of other things such as social media. But you got to go out there and do events. You actually got to do belly to people if you really want to build a great tribe and build a great community. This is a people business, right? This is belly to belly. So that's a great foundation with Facebook, but you've got to make sure to get out there and build that community if you want to make it sustainable. Third year, you're doing all the right things. Like, what is up, bamboo plant? Like, seriously? Guess how much it grows that year? An inch. That year, you're thinking, dang, I should get myself a ficus tree, right? Fourth year, guess how much it grows? Here's the words you must remember. 3 to 5 years. When you're looking at your business and you go, I don't know if I can do this. I want you to focus on 3 to 5 years. You've heard it over and over again. Katie shared it. So many people shared. 3 to 5 years. What's going to happen 3 to 5 years? Fifth year, you take really good care of that bamboo plant. Guess how much it grows? Between 30 and 100 feet. Between 30 and 100 feet. What these people have done, if you look at John Holowati, Katie Ravy, so many other people, Gordon, so many other people around the world, they've laid that foundation. You've got to have those strong roots. If you want to have a great long-term business, you have to be willing to go 3 to 5 years. How many would be willing to go 3 to 5 years, right? And the next one, you've probably heard, you got to get off your ass. You got to get off your ass and do something. You can intend and attend all you want, but until you get off your ass and go to work, yep. Go ahead, Lauren, throw it out there to somebody. See who the lucky Goya person is. You got to get off your ass and go to work every single day. Every single day. This is when the consistency is the most important thing. And I want to show you a video. You might have seen it, but I hope you see this again with new eyes if you haven't.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
So what excuses have you given yourself? Give him a big hand. Michael Jordan didn't make the high school basketball team, right? Have you given yourself excuses? If I don't have the time, I'm too busy, I've got this going on, I've got this. I'm on the road 165 days a year. And you do this business in those stolen moments. I've seen the best of the best work in this moment. I was in Minnesota with Katie, and she is consistent. You must be consistent with everything that you do. Stop making excuses. It's never going to get you what you want. And the next one that I'll share with you, and I'd say vision plus Goya equals manifestation. And I am a fanatic, obsessive manifestation board person. And this is more, though, not about the things that I'm going to have. It's who do I need to become? Who do I need to become in my health? I really want to acknowledge Emma. Emma, just how she stepped up as a leader, she took on. Can you guys give Emma Snett a huge hand for her commitment and how she decided that she was going to show up here? And I know the question that Emma asked herself. Who do I need to become to take to show my team what's possible? Who do I really need to be? So you're going to have to take risks if you really are committed to doing this. Not for you, but for that. I dedicate every conference, anytime I speak, to one person. I don't know who that one person is in this audience right now that actually might learn one thing. I don't know. I don't know who it is. But how do I need to show up? I need to be me. I need to be the best me. Be your best. 4 years ago, I had no money. And even though I was doing well with this, my expenses were more than what I was making with Juice Plus, even though it was great. And my friend Linda Evenden, she signed up. She was one of my first people that got going, but she was a raving fan of the product. And she said, I'm ready. And I'm like, all right. And she goes, I need you to come to Australia. I'm like, my American Express card, leave home without it. That is what my American Express card said. And I called my friend Suzanne Sadie, and I'm like, Suzanne, I need to borrow $2,500. Suzanne said, okay, but I don't have $2,500. You're going to have to pay me back next month. And I'm like, oh, my God, I promise I'll get it back to you. So I flew over because she said she was ready to go to work. When someone says they're ready, no matter where they are, you go. That's your commitment to those people. I took 32 trips over here to the UK before people even started going to NMD. 32 trips. My own money, I was like, because they said they were ready to go. And Linda said she was ready to go. And I'm like, all right. And she started moving along, and things started happening. And this past February, I show up at an event, a 90-day game plan that Linda had done with her team. And James, her husband, says, Lauren, Linda is so excited to see you because she can't wait to share with you what's happened. And I get to the house, and she opens their door, their new beautiful home, and on there's tiles, like big giant tiles, and there's a lady named Wendy Campbell. She built her house. When she built her house, she built it with those tiles, and on the back of every tile, she wrote the name of every customer and every distributor. And as I walked in Linda's house, I just walked straight in. I didn't even say hello to her. And I just stepped on a tile, and I started thinking of all the people, and I started walking around. She's like, what is she doing? And I'm just walking around, and I thought about all the people because I took the risk. You must do that. I walked around, and as I'm unloading, and I'm unpacking because I love to give presents to people. As I unpack my suitcase to give all the kids these presents, this note comes out. Oops, that's my kids. This note comes out. It's from my son. And it said, I'm so proud of you. Hey, Mom, just wanted you to know how proud I am of you. You have the biggest heart of any person I've ever seen. You do the do. And I'm always watching, always learning that the extra 10% you put into everything makes a difference. You make our family so blessed. I love you. How many of you would like to get that note from your kid? So my last gift for you is this. If you would, I'd like to end with a gift. I'd like for you to stand up and close your eyes and think for yourself. Just close your eyes, take a big deep breath in. Put your hands on your heart. Just really think about someone you love. Think about that person writing you that note. How proud they are of you. I know it's been hard sometimes. I know sometimes it felt like it was impossible. I know sometimes you wanted to give up, but quitting was never an option. I was always watching. You saw a vision. Because of you, I know it's worth it. Because of you, I can face my fears. Thank you for getting back up every time that life threw you a curveball. You inspire me. You show me I am the difference that makes the difference. I want to be like you. Now take that 1 year out. Who have you helped? What's happened a year out? Because of you stepping up. What's happened for your kids? 3 years out. Maybe like me, 7 years out, and your kids in the business with you. Imagine your little babies in the business with you. Who have you helped? Who have you inspired? Now is your time. Is your husband able to retire from his business? Is he doing the business with you? Is your best friend doing the business with you? Do you have business around the world? What's happened? And open your eyes, and here are my words for you. I dare you. I dare you to be magnificent like the person that you are. We've got a lot of people to help. It's your time to shine. It's your time to be your best. Thanks.